Half of your butt is out. Speaking of which, welcome to Classic Black Dude Podcast. Joining me today, everybody butt is out. Naked is the new black on Instagram and social media. And I hate to start off that way, but because we're making history today. This is the first time, for those who've been following, I ran a blog called Classic Black Dude where I interview and I took the notes and I wrote them down and I put it and that was too hard. So I'm like, all right, let's just do a podcast, and that's the easier way to do all this. Never had a woman on there because I was trying to put the light on my brothers, but times change, and all my friends got day jobs and they work, and it's good, but it's made me open it up to more friends,
to women,
and I hope, because niggas is busy, we gonna get some women on the show. Women. That's what change come from.
Wow. These women ain't doing nothing. Wow.
They was available, so we got.
I'm so happy.
We got man. Woo. Thank God.
Baby boy.
Thank God they wasn't doing shit, and they was able. No, I'm kidding. Two of my favorite women. Two of my favorite people. Story. Before I even get into the story. Shit, Alisha Cowan, writer. Yeah. Just got renewed. Season 2 of Southside.
Yeah.
On Comedy Central, 100%. We had your boy Langston on last time.
Oh, how is he?
Langston-ish. very. He got an inner light skin rage. We talked about it. I had 2 light skinned dudes on here.
Wow, same time.
2 light skinned women. I keep it going. I'm the only dark.
Yeah, she's brown.
Because you go on vacation. You be when Chicago, you was light skinned. When the snow was hitting.
Yeah.
Oh man, the palest. Brandi, fucking on Power, played a stripper boss.
Yeah.
The original hustler.
Hey.
That's brave.
So opposite of like how a stripper boss would talk. I'm like, hey,
very humble.
Guys.
The humblest boss in the game.
You better shake that ass, bitch.
Please, if you get a moment, would you mind making some money for me?
Please.
Okay, well,
please report back.
Whenever you get a second, please shake that ass. Thank you. Okay, I'll leave y'all alone now.
We didn't do a mic check.
No, y'all sound good.
Okay, cool.
We got the thumbs up from the producer.
Nice.
Here at Studio 71. That's
how you know this shit real. You don't even gotta do a mic check. In my shit, they be like mic checking for 5 minutes. Like,
where you record out of Slauson?
Yeah.
You do
Koreatown.
Like the real place next to Crenshaw. Shout out.
I record in the back of a Chinese restaurant, bro.
What's the name of your podcast? This is bad press.
All bad. Yeah, we can't talk anymore.
I'm not crazy. Fried rice.
Y'all gotta excuse me. I'm wearing my I'm wearing my do-rag today, so with that comes a certain attitude. I'm very aggressive. But I got glasses on.
Trick.
I know. I'm Brandi's spirit animal on Power. I just come in. I'm like, why you ain't shaking no motherfucker? Man, y'all better shake some ass for that cash.
And there it is.
Do-rag is off. Got the braids.
Beautiful.
You know, my shit laid, bro. And I'm so glad we got 4 cameras. 4 cameras.
Oh, yeah. Say it again.
We got 4 of them on 4 now. On 4 now we got. Did y'all know it's on 4 in now? It's not 4 now.
Mm-hmm. It's 4 way.
Yeah.
You're plugged with Chicago gangbangers.
Where'd
you
love
grow
them
up?
all.
Where'd you grow up?
Southside, 95th and Bishop.
95th and Bishop. Anywhere near the DMV in Chicago is rough. It's a Checkers over there. It's a Popeyes.
That Checkers used to be the shit.
But it was so hard. It was always hard because Checkers and Popeyes got the same French fries. So it really, what you in the mood for?
Yes and
Checkers had a slight edge?
Slight edge.
Who goes to Popeyes for French fries?
What?
Whoa.
And the biscuit. That's why you go to Popeyes.
I eat that mashed potatoes. No.
I don't
you don't like the Cajun?
I always get the mashed potatoes.
I always get your New York. Yo, Brandi just got... Make sure you're speaking close to the mic. Brandi just got a new comedy job, a new acting gig, where she plays a New York stripper boss on a spinoff show. So she says always. Let me remind y'all, she's from Florida. And they don't say always. Is it always? Yeah.
Always.
I'm verklempt. It's weird. That's amazing.
Y'all don't fuck with the mashed potatoes?
I've never had Popeye's mashed potatoes ever.
But you know what? They took some of the vegetables out. It used to be like
it's
green
like a thing of stuff on top.
Yeah,
like
scallions? Or like that little meat that we used to be in there.
Yeah, you're right. It was
they
like
took the meat out.
A meat sauce.
Never. I didn't grow up on Popeye's mashed potatoes.
Listen, you grew up on 95th. I ain't even got to say what cross street. If you say 95th. You grew up on 95th, everybody know what that means.
I mean...
Did you go to Evergreen when you was a kid? Evergreen Plaza?
Who didn't? Yeah.
They got rid of all the niggas. They closed down.
We went to Forest City too, though. Like, all of them.
Black as fuck too.
I know.
That was far.
Yeah.
Black people, we had to go so far just to have semi decent things.
We did. Then we started going to Chicago Ridge after that. We migrated
with the old people.
to the whites. Yes. So
and the Red Lobster.
Yes.
Did you used to go to Red Lobster with your grandma?
I did not. We did not.
Except you got the 2 nose rings. What's that about?
One is fake. The other is real.
Chicago girls keep it 100.
Yeah.
You try to compliment them, they say this fake. Hey, that's a nice hairstyle. This fake.
These clippings.
Yeah. Keep it way too. Y'all keep it 200 or 300 because you affiliated with the gangs.
Yes, all of them.
Oh man.
I first met Brandi. She was at a show at Jokes and Notes, and she was brand new to Chicago, and I didn't know how she was on the show because it wasn't the open mic. She just went straight to a major spot. Mm-hmm. I don't even remember. Do you remember that show? It was like a Thursday, which is like prime. That's better. Wednesday was the open mic.
Mary was always pulling for me. She was like, "You gonna be great." And so she just kept throwing me opportunities, and I just kept getting better.
Mary Lindsay?
Bring your mic closer.
Oh.
See, I told you.
I'm trying not to mess up this
Alisha
beautiful
back
velvet.
doing her nails.
Just pick
like,
I'm sorry.
This ain't the salon.
Listen to me. I don't go to the salon. That's why I got to do them now.
You go with your little interview. I'm like, they ain't there for a decoration. You got to talk into the microphone.
Hello.
Yeah, that's
How's that? I can't see him. Okay, I see your thumb.
Oh, you can bring your chair closer.
I can't scoot this chair. Don't scoot in no more.
Bring the mic as close to
you want me to
possible.
Put it on my lap?
Yeah, do that.
Okay.
Since you want to be smart.
Great.
Into the mic.
Since you want to get attitude. Yeah, do that. She was there. Brandi was there. And it was rough at first. Mm-hmm. For everybody. Mm-hmm. That's why older comics hate on the younger comics, because you really have a permission to be bad, and they miss that because now everybody want to charge so fast, and if you charge, people gonna have expectations. But when you new, you free, and they try to take that away from you as soon as possible.
The first 3 times I went to Jokes and Notes, sorry. The first 3 times I performed at Jokes and Notes, I would say like it was either the first 3 or the first 2. I bombed, and let me tell you how bad I bombed, because like I had the Jokes and Notes was like my first like introduction to like black comedy, because I had been performing in Florida for a year, then I moved to Chicago and did it for 7, and so I was just up there like not really just comfortable being myself yet, still trying to like adjust, and so I remember who was the DJ. It wasn't Ken. It was Ari.
The Hispanic dude.
Yeah. So he was DJing,
Angel.
right? Angel. He and
Jokes and Notes.
I'm bombing, right? Yeah. And like he started playing music, but I thought it was a reference to a song I had made in a joke, so I thought he was backing me up. So I started dancing like, yeah. He was like, nah, they playing you off.
Damn.
And my dumb ass didn't know.
You had to be bombing.
I got played off like 3 times
for
in a
Angel,
row.
because he would be nice.
But I kept coming back.
Yeah.
I don't even remember Dollar Bill, but I remember B Self came up to me one day and was like, hey man, you're gonna be good. And I was like, wow. He was like, because you keep bombing and you keep coming back.
Yeah, that's a big part of it.
And
Anybody?
I was like, yeah.
I've only had moderate to low level success because I haven't quit. I don't really think y'all supposed to be like, no, you funny. That's fine. Thank you.
I was letting you finish your statement. I was letting you finish your statement.
Like, nah, man, you good. It's because I just didn't quit doing it, and that's a big part of it, man. That beginning, those are the best years. It's been said many times, are the best years of doing stand up. Is that the same for writing? Like
I think that goes with anything. Like
really?
You outlast people who quit. And in that process, you're getting better with your own shit. You know what I mean? So you have time to grow.
Me and you both quit journalism. This is how I first met Alisha. Me and Alisha and I, see, I don't even stick to grammar rules like I used to.
Man.
Alisha and myself, we were interns at Ebony Jet in 2008, summer 2000.
Dang, that's 2008.
That was, yeah.
Ooh.
You were still in college. I was an old nigga already.
I was in college.
This was in Chicago?
I was going to my senior year.
Where you think
Because
Ebony
I just
Jet
feel like
is?
Ebony Jet was in New York. I don't know.
They
that would've
probably
been
used
cool,
to have an
though.
office there, but this was at the main building.
Yeah.
Did y'all know, like,
Didn't
that
they
movie?
close?
They sold
They
the building
sold it.
to Columbia, and they sold the back issues to Google.
Okay.
So it's Black History, you know.
Even when we was there, they was talking about it was about to sell and blah 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 blah, and it never happened until
that last year when we were there. That was the last year that you could get hot food. They just was waiting for the old lady to die.
No,
They was just waiting for Eunice to pass away. That was
R.I.P.
Eunice was the wife of Bob Johnson, who founded. No, that was the dude from the Bobcats. I don't know. John Johnson. John Johnson was the founder of Ebony Jet. His wife Eunice, who was the basis of the character from Boomerang.
Okay.
People don't know that.
Okay.
The Lady Eloise was based on Eunice
I didn't know that.
Johnson.
I didn't know that.
Look at that movie.
I didn't know that.
Fashion Fair is
Ebony.
Boomerang. Because it was the
Okay.
like she's just the face. She doesn't make any decisions about it.
Got it.
So Eunice was fucking young Marcus Graham's. It was just all based on her.
Wow.
It's a little inside tidbit.
I learned.
We worked there. I kept going. I kept doing freelance. They stopped paying me on time.
Oh,
And
you kept doing freelance for
I
them
started doing
after?
video shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember.
You moved on to a permanent job or school or
Did
something.
I just went to school.
Yeah.
I had a colonoscopy at 20
Really?
during that time.
I didn't know.
I was there.
What's a colonoscopy for women?
Something you shouldn't have at 20.
I had a double.
What?
Yeah, they had to put a tube in the front and the back.
And do what?
Like by the front, I mean the mouth and the
So you had
asshole.
EKG, an upper EKG or some shit.
double-
That's what I had.
What's the EKG?
They look at some shit.
What was wrong?
I couldn't digest certain foods anymore, and they sent me to the emergency room.
Like acids or bases?
Nah, like meat and shit like that. Beef.
So are you vegan now?
I'm not vegan at all.
You had some Fresh Brothers pizza.
I did. You gonna make me get that after the show? That shit was so good when I had
It's
it
so
again.
good.
I was like, it
They gotta
didn't
be-
taste like that.
I got to get them as a sponsor. I love some Fresh Brothers pizza.
It didn't taste like that when I had it 3 years ago. It was disgusting.
It's good. You got to make sure you get it hot, or it's gonna.
Yeah, it's right down the street from me. There's one right.
Well,
where
I'll
I
be
am.
over there. Fine.
I mean,
Since you invited me.
Jesus, do you get the jardinere peppers on that?
Oh, I didn't even know they did that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it on my wings
Okay.
and like dip it in the buffalo.
I didn't know they had wings.
Brandy?
Yo, you sound so fat.
I am.
Cause he got real quiet.
How y'all
I
do?
know. I get the wings.
Yeah, he
Y'all-
said real dreamy.
Y'all are both in like immaculate shape. What do y'all do?
Oh.
You can't eat shit. I know. Brandy, what do you do?
can't.
Take Adderall and drink whiskey.
Yeah. That Adderall. Be
No, you know
careful.
what? I've just always had like a really. I think here's my thing.
What's your thing?
Because I'm 33. I just turned 33 a couple days ago. But people always tell me,
Happy belated.
thank you. People always tell me like, oh, when you get this age, it's gonna kick in. It's gonna kick in. I eat what I want, but for the most part, I pretty much eat healthy anyway. Like everyone, I don't eat a lot of unhealthy stuff. But the thing is, I think that people's stomachs are a certain size, and like literally, my stomach, like when I try to gain weight, I have to take like different proteins and different vitamins and stuff,
Same.
and I can feel my stomach stretching because then I'm able to eat more throughout the day. But it's just like my stomach's regular size, I can't hold that much food in it. So when people start losing weight,
It's gonna be women listening like
no,
this bitch.
it's real. I
It's
really
so
think this is
real.
a thing.
She,
So I
she
think like
can't.
I
Her
think
stomach's
like
better than mine.
I think when people are trying to lose weight, you have to actually try to like you have to train your stomach to eat less, and then it shrinks in its size. So when you go and you get those surgeries done, they just making the size of your stomach smaller. But if you train your stomach to do that on its own, then it'll already do that. Like I literally have to overeat to stretch my stomach to regularly eat more to put on weight. And that's what I think.
I started weight training.
But you will be in the writer's room where it's just nonstop snacks.
Yeah, but that does nothing for me. Like M&Ms? I need like heavy like proteins and not just in like meat form. I need like what's sexual? I mean, like,
you started with the meat and I ain't take the bait. I couldn't handle meat before, but now
I can take the
now shit. I need all types of protein.
Like quinoa and shit like that. Like
quinoa, that's the word.
Lentils, all that. Like,
did you grow up around white people?
I grew up at my school.
Yeah, what school did you go to?
Starting 7th grade, I went to St. Walter.
And that's a mixed Catholic situation?
Shit wasn't mixed. My parents told me it was mixed with more blacks.
Light skin and dark skin?
I was the mixture.
You were the lightest person there?
I was the lightest person there. And there was maybe one Latina.
Did that affect you? Like,
it affected the
shit. You have colorism issues?
No, it was a culture shock. I left an all-black hood-ass school for a basically all-white school. And
the school was white?
The school was white. I left all-black and then went to basically all-white.
Where'd you go to that school on 83rd that all the smart black kids went to?
Hell no.
What was that school? All the kids went. I forget the name of it.
Keller?
In Chicago. Nah, it was hooded than that.
I know what you're talking about. Is that where that famous basketball player went?
You think about Simeon.
Okay,
that's high school. It was a Dixon. Dixon is where a lot of the Southside kids went.
I didn't go there.
Where'd you go for college?
Western.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's like so basic. Like as not you, not the institution, but like
okay.
Illinois schools are just like northern, western,
exactly.
southern. It's just like
exactly. It was just cornfields and
insert college
group of blacks.
You went to a black school, Brandi? Fam,
you
graduated.
Fam, yes, and I love saying that because hella people be like, I went to FAMU, but did you finish though?
You finished in time? 4 years?
Man, it was 5.5. But you know what I'm saying? Let me
you
just.
You were with Junior.
But let me tell you. No, it did take me 5.5. But I feel like I'm not ashamed of that because it was certain semesters where I only took 6 credits because I had to work 2 jobs. So I wasn't out there just gallivanting. I worked at the church nursery. I worked at Big Lots. I had like multiple jobs. I did after school like daycare with the kids and shit. So like I had to work through college and so.
That's what I want to ask you about because we talk about, and I do want to talk you guys to talk about your experiences as women in a male-dominated field. But at the time you came around, I started in 2008 as a professional, quote unquote, and there was this divide, especially at Jokes and Notes, amongst comics who went to college and comics who didn't.
Really?
Right? Am I lying?
That's weird. I don't get it.
Why?
Yeah, you want to speak on it, Brandi, or should I?
What was the issue?
You can start because I felt like it. I could see it now, based on the people that I still keep in touch with.
Okay,
but I don't think it was a thing that it was like, this nigga ain't graduated. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, no, I'm talking about the hood niggas didn't like the college niggas.
Okay, well here's the thing. Let me say this. I think. I could see why you would say that.
Well, because you know all the dirt. You know all the dirt. Niggas did not like it. I was the first one through.
I think that you had it more so because you had.
Ain't nobody trying to fuck me.
You had well, that's a point too.
That's a point too.
So it was like, but here's the thing. When I started stand up in Chicago, I started on the south side and then I went to the Laugh Factory and I went to Zany's. So I started on the south side and I moved my way to the north side. You were like one of the few black people. So when I met you, you were already holding down the north side. I hadn't even gravitated up there yet. Okay. And so you were one of the few black people who like everybody on the north side like adored you and you had this room. And I remember like you had a room. I never even did your room and I had known you for like a year, but I felt like it was like, you can't do his room. Like it's really? It's a big deal. Like it was like this thing, and I felt like maybe a lot of people felt like, you know how it is when people see you doing just something different, they then take what you're doing and internalize it and be like, oh, they think they better than me. Because once I moved to the North Side and I did start doing the North Side rooms, I would get stuff back from me like, oh, so you just on the North Side now. And it's like, bitch, I was on the South Side for 3 years.
For
like,
3 years,
I'm fucking with y'all still.
There's not a door.
A check is a check.
There's no doorman in the middle of the city like, hey, checking IDs
right.
and arrest records. If I used to try to beg comics to come up, but it's like that fear, man. That's why I asked you about like if you're not you're able to write now for a black show that can appeal to anybody because you've had those experiences.
I'm about to do something real ghetto, but I got
what you about to do?
Y'all keep talking.
You about to come?
I'm about to fix my eyelash because it's hanging off and it's bothering me.
Oh, and it's stuck to your bangs a little bit.
It's the wrong eyelash. Get out of here.
She talking about the whole other eyelash.
Let me add some more problems. Let me put some more on your plate.
No, but I want to hear her answer.
Go ahead.
What did you ask me?
About like being able to write for this black show that can appeal to anybody because of the fact that you, in your formative years, were at least around white people.
Yeah. I mean, literally the day I went to that school in 7th grade, it changed my whole perspective.
Did you
everything.
like them more? Did you like white people more?
Oh my God. What kind of question is that?
It's an honest question.
It was...
Because she clearly didn't like him before she met him. I'm trying to see if that changed.
Nah, it's like...
Oh, man.
So can white people grow on you?
Camera on Brandi reapplying
Zoom in.
her lashes.
Oh, is that glue and everything?
It is glue. I keep it in my purse because you never know when they're going to fly off in the wind.
What's your nails say?
Oh, look. It say birthday queen, and then it's like, look at this detail. Look at that.
Cute.
Alicia, make sure you talk into the mic.
33. My girlfriend did them with her
beautiful
fingers.
Oh, your friend
She painted. Well, she's a celebrity nail tech. She does nails for real. This was like, I can't afford this.
So I can't go to her.
Alicia, did you ever want to do stand-up?
No.
That's so interesting.
Nah. I think there's a point where I almost did it.
Yeah.
Probably just for like one time. But no, I'm so not a in front of the camera person, and to me that's just another form of
it blew me when I found out that you went even into the writer's part, because I had known you from doing journalism and that was straight up, but I didn't even know you was funny. Cause you're reserved.
I didn't think I knew. I think it takes a while to even know who you are as a person.
That's real.
And I think the older I got, I just started to learn my voice, this very reserved dryness. Like it works for me when I was like, oh, this is who the fuck you are. So just do that.
Yeah.
Because I used to try to like hype myself up a little bit more for like outgoing personalities, and I was like, that shit is draining. I don't have time to do that. So I just kind of learned how to just do this. But like I was always obsessed with TV. So the journalism part was like, I always loved writing, but like TV was always like a fascination. But I didn't know shit about it until I moved to LA. So like it didn't compute until I got out here.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, that was my...
How long have you been comedy writing?
I mean, I don't know. What is this, 2019?
This is 2019. This is some month in 2019. We don't know exactly which one.
I don't know.
Whenever this is released.
When I was at NBC, I had just started to figure out like, oh, I want to write for TV. And that was maybe 6-ish years ago.
What were you doing at NBC?
I worked in publicity at first.
Let me skip the line.
Well, first I was in publicity.
NBC does the thing where they make niggas spend the night outside. And
the audition.
She stand up for diversity, and she let me skip that part, and then I went in, and like I just didn't have no hunger. I was like, oh, I'm the shit. I know somebody, and that's when you fail. So I didn't fail, but they didn't care.
If I've seen you before from that.
She was in New York.
I didn't see
her in New York, no.
I didn't see you at any stand-up NBC shit, but I saw you at Chinadu did it was like at somebody's house. It was like a show years ago.
Flophouse.
No, it was
Now it's
like
like
2 years ago.
house.
Chinadu and Mateen did a half-hour recording to
just saying
submit to Comedy
these
Central.
Just know Chinadu. Yeah, and Tim and Kaliki was there. Remember Kaliki? We gotta take a break real quick right here on Classic Black Dude. We got Brandi Denise and we have Alisha Cowan, comedy writer, comedy women. We're gonna talk about all this shit that's going on. All right, we back here on Classic Black Dude. I just had to interrupt, and he was talking about something important. But speaking of importance, speaking of Florida, speaking of everything, censorship. It's the biggest thing in comedy right now. PC police. Do y'all give a fuck?
I don't give a fuck at all. What you gonna do?
Arrest out censorship?
Do you feel? First of all, were you the only woman on the writing staff?
No.
How many was it?
Me and Chandra Russell. So 2 of us.
And y'all clicked? There was no competition?
No, not really.
Who gonna write this woman's lines?
Excuse me.
But she's also on the show. She's a series regular. So.
But you were like, you know what I mean? Like you was like this was your bread because you were like, well, if I don't get any lines written, then at least I can go say and I can get my shine in that way. Yeah. This was how you ate just the writing, right?
Yeah.
How was that trying to pitch? Because I know those. I'm trying to give people an idea of what it's like on the other side because everybody got opinion about comedy and they know everything about what's going on, but you actually know. So what is it like to pitch an idea in a writer's room?
I mean, in the Southside writer's room, I don't know. I feel like I will never have another experience like that writer's room. In a way that it's no fucking egos. Nobody's. What are you doing?
No. I'm listening. I was looking for the time. I was looking for a time check.
Okay.
But keep going.
It was easy to pitch shit and say shit, and
I heard they just let y'all go.
They did.
It was very like.
But when you have 2 like creatives who are not, they're like genuinely nice people, and they just want the funniest shit, and they want the show to be, really authentic to Chicago. Like they let you. It's no dumb idea per se. For real. Like it's just like come in with some shit, pitch it. If it doesn't go over well, it just won't go over well. But you're not about to be like murdered for it, like you can be in some other writers' rooms.
I feel like because I reach across the aisle. I talk to I talk to them less because they kind of in their feelings right now. But they feel like black women can get away with anything.
Who?
The white dudes in comedy. It's like
white dudes feel like black women
get away with everything.
Who said that?
I ain't gonna name names. Ain't no snitch.
Here's the thing. I feel like.
But the energy
are
is
they
like.
Mad?
Of course.
They should be mad because I do get away with everything.
Yeah, y'all can get away. We can say.
I have a whole joke about that.
Who cares though?
How I can say what they can't say. Yeah.
But you fucking should be able to. We haven't been able to say shit for so long. So I want to say it now. And I'm not even a comic. But like we haven't had free reign before. So it's like now that we are getting some of the same privileges that you're getting, it's a problem.
It's not getting the same privileges as them. You know what it is? It's like we're at the bottom of the totem pole, so who's gonna really be mad at us? It's like we are already at the bottom for everything.
But they still mad though.
There's no such thing as you punching down because y'all make the lowest. I mean, I think Latin women maybe around 14 cent too or whatever. But it's a lot of punching up. There's a lot of room to punch up. So they can't really be mad at you.
It's like when you're a white man, say you like a white man, this is a high school scenario, you would be like considered
this accent. I still know what city you from.
This is how I talk.
Scenario.
It's a mixture of all of it.
Army brat. People do say I have a mixture of accents.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, Army brat. Moved around
that makes sense. So, Clark.
Sorry.
Jeez.
My mother swears I say water wrong.
Water?
She says
you say it like you from Jersey.
Mississippi
yeah,
Burning?
My girl who's from Jersey says water. I don't know what the fuck she's saying.
So it's like they're like at the top of the class, and it's like if you pick on the people lower than you, then everybody's gonna be mad at you. But the moment that person lower stands up, they like applaud it. So it's like I could say stuff that they can't say, but it's like in my right because it's like we've always been at the bottom of the class anyway.
I just think a lot of these right wingers don't have shit going on. It's like if you need to discuss another race, you live a boring ass life.
I agree.
Like the fact, like if they told me, look, Clark, you can't say shit else about Asians, I'd be like, all right.
And that's the thing
Exactly.
too. The stuff that I say is about me and my experience. So even if you can't say it, you should be able to say it, bitch. It ain't your experience. And I don't talk about white people.
You don't know.
I never talk about white people. Why would I talk about them?
I've never been into that, and it's like anything everybody else is doing, I try not to do it.
Right.
Well, I mean, shit, I'm doing a podcast. I know, but like
everyone's doing it.
I try to push the culture forward. And I even, honestly,
shout out to Accidental Comedy Fest.
Yeah. My boy Ramon Rivas, free swag. But I talk about white shit in my comedy just to let them know there's room there. There's still meat on the bone. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I don't label it white shit. I just talk about listening to Creed. I talk about Stephen Sondheim. I talk about all these and make it funny. But, like, it's lazy when you just like, oh, nobody's going to like that. It's like, because you're not funny then.
Right.
We gotta make shit. You gotta make that's your charge. You gotta make shit funny.
Yeah, it's the same argument for like. I've heard some like white male writers be like, "Well, we can't get jobs anymore because all the blacks are taking." I'm like, nigga, the rooms are still primarily all white. Right. So what are you saying? Like you're just not as good as the other white people. That's the fucking problem.
Motherfuckers still coming up to you like, "Where's the craft services?" And you're like, "Bitch, I'm the director." You tell me.
That's so rude. Dude.
I see that all the time on Black Twitter.
How did this conversation even come about? Like, I didn't know white men felt that way. That's why I'm like, I've never heard this.
Girl,
you didn't know they was mad?
They mad.
But I'm just like, they act like,
you know why?
Where did it come from? Wanda Sykes didn't release a Dave Chappelle special. Like, where did this even come from? Who are they looking at that's like...
Let me break it down. This is what's happening. And I'm just only speaking on experiences that I know. And I ain't going to name names. I'm just saying. A lot of times when they get management is telling some of their white male clients, like, I can't get you in any writer's room because they're looking for black women right now. And I've heard that in different forms. Like, we can't get you on late night because this show is only looking for white women right now. They'll never say that, but it's translated to me. But I have heard directly they're only looking for black women.
I've heard that about black writing packets.
Yeah, for writing packet or whatever. And it's just like one no. And it's just like,
exactly,
you're the most oppressed.
Exactly.
And this rage comes out.
Because they're not used to having even one no. So one no is the fucking world.
But the reason why is because it's 10 writers already, and 9 of them are white dudes. So it's
exactly.
Like, it ain't like none outside of Black Lady Sketch Show in Southside, Sherman Showcase. But even Sherman Showcase had, it was mixed.
Yeah.
There's
like I just worked with one of the writers today, a white dude.
Are you talking about the writers' room?
The Wu-Tang room was black.
The Wu-Tang room is? See? And motherfuckers
they had one white writer,
scared.
I know that.
Yeah.
But
love it.
Look at SNL. The person who wrote Black Jeopardy is a white guy.
Oof.
Is that cool?
No.
But motherfuckers, everybody wants a taste of the victimhood. Everybody want to taste that. And it's just like, it's just never going to fly for white dudes on Twitter or social media or whatever.
Because they don't care for actual equality. They still want to be above the rest.
Right, exactly.
It's hard.
Because equality is like you going toe to toe with me, bitch.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
If it's just about the funny.
Yeah.
Right? Should people get canceled? What y'all think about what's happening?
You talking about with the dude who made the Asian
Anybody.
jokes? Well, I just wasn't shit funny about him. I just think there's some shit called straight up you just a racist.
Yes, absolutely.
And then there's you said some controversial things that are whatever. But like nah. I don't care about him at all. But I do think the cancel culture is very dangerous.
Has it gone too far?
I think it's gone too far when you pulling up shit that somebody said from 18 years ago, blah, 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 blah. Because that's then saying that you've never done some shit and that you are the same person you were 18 years ago. And I think that's ridiculous.
What about the Aziz situation?
I don't think he should have been canceled.
What you think, Brandi? Canceled or not canceled?
Wasn't he just like aggressively making out with
He
girls?
didn't rape her, right?
It's a long story.
So here's the
and
thing about
she
that.
wrote the
Babe.net
story.
is like shut down as a website now, but that's where it first appeared.
Who
it
did?
was Babe.net was the source on that.
Babe.
But that's a long sort of story, but he didn't sexually assault anybody.
Let me tell you this.
He was just very out of touch.
He really wanted a blowjob.
Sexuality.
I've dated many shades of the rainbow. I went out with 2 to 3 Indian men before, and they were all aggressive. So it might just
Your
be
experiences,
his thing. It might be a cultural thing. Like they were all trying to force kiss me, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Like first date.
Yeah, first date, holding hands, told me about how they got to get married, trying to force kiss me, and like was real like.
And that's cultural, though. A lot of it.
And I think if you ain't raped nobody, like I done made some niggas feel uncomfortable, and I would hate to be canceled for that.
I don't want to get into specific, Brandi, but you have gotten a nigga canceled to a small degree.
He got himself canceled. Okay,
I'm just saying.
Here's the thing with that. Let me tell you about that.
I'm gonna let you speak.
Let me tell
I'll
you.
never cut off.
I fucking forgot about that.
Didn't.
Let me say he didn't either because he's still hurt. So let me tell you about that. Here's the thing. A person came for me, and when I say came for me in the heaviest way. Like he was making advances towards me. I was kind of like being funny, but a little bit cocky with the shutdown. Like, I'm good. You get off my Facebook post. Like, I'm straight. Like, quit commenting. Like, you being weird. And he posted a picture of me with a list of just evil things to say about me. You want to know what I did? I hit him with the Eminem fucking 8 Mile shit. All I did was retweet it. After that, he went up in flames on his own. I never responded to him.
You just retweeted?
I just retweeted.
I
retweeted it. The Rebel wrote an article about it. Some HBCU people got a hold of it, and the shit just went viral.
It did.
I did not say anything to that boy. I retweeted what he said. I said, yo, check this out.
You just
He did that to himself.
I like it.
I ain't say nothing to him.
Is there anything that was left out of that the people don't know?
What you know?
Nothing.
You know what? The craziest part
want
is
everything to be out because him and I aren't friends. So.
If you go through and read it, you would be very, very confused as to why he was saying all this. I've never kissed that boy. I've never hugged that boy. I've never had any type of. We never texted. I never had any type of personal relationship with him. So I think the nigga was just having a bad day. And because we were in comedy and he felt like he was higher than me, he was like, let me pick on her. And that's what happened. And now he can't pick on me.
Brandi's not getting picked on anymore. Little Brandi's all speaking up for herself.
But I really think it was just him, just a sense of arrogance that he had, and was like, you need to like I needed to submit to him because he hosted a fucking show, and I'm like, my nigga, nah.
Do you both as women feel the same? Because dudes really are scared out here. And
scared of
part of the defense.
Scared of what? Accused of rape because they almost raped.
Don't rape nobody. Right. I'm so sick of that argument though. That's such bull. What the fuck you scared for if you not for real a creeper?
Because in comedy now there's this Mean Girls thing where like you build up a thing against a guy and you get all these people on your side, and then when you're ready to go public, you just send it to Reductress or whatever.
But
thing.
You just said you build up a thing. If there's nothing to build, then nothing can be built.
Motherfuckers do. Okay.
I know. Wait a minute.
Build what?
I know. I've seen shit built out of nothing. But let me tell you this.
That's what I'm saying.
I think that you're talking to the wrong people because we not white. We don't do that.
Right. That's how I feel.
Because I've had some white girls come at me for being friends with somebody that they made some shit up about.
And they trying to build up a
and they came at me. They were
coalition.
like, I can't believe you're posting him. And I was like, bitch, get off my page.
Yeah.
Like, he's my friend.
They did that against other women. White women don't give a fuck. Like, it was a woman.
They were trying to cancel
town.
you for being friends with somebody. And I'm like,
man.
Come to my show.
Yo, I'm diabetic. Can't nobody tell me nothing about what I need to do. Like, I wake up seriously. Like, I'm constantly reminded of my mortality as a person. So, death threats, I don't care. Like, just be patient, my nigga. Like, I'm not gonna be around forever. There's no need to try to. If I get canceled, whatever. I do have that fear though, because it's your reputation, right? And people are taking. It's not just white women. It's also women who are not white who identify with white woman culture.
Mm-hmm.
So,
right?
White women.
So, are we talking about like people just making shit up, women just making shit up about dudes, or what are we talking about?
Tell her about
I need an
a situation
example.
that me and you probably know about where it was like, oh, he made me feel uncomfortable, or he made me feel
it's a bunch of them.
like
uncomfortable sexually,
or after they've had intercourse, he made me feel used.
The situation didn't.
That's why that's that Aziz shit that I'm just like, I'm cool. It's cool.
With that Z shit, let me just, for the people who don't really know a lot about it, Aziz was at a party. This girl was at the party. Another dude brought her, and she was trying to get to Aziz, even though this other dude brought you there. Mm-hmm. She eventually got a photo with him, and she really wanted to be his girlfriend. She had an agenda. She had an intention in mind. Mm-hmm. He minded his own business. Now, what happened on the night of, I ain't going to take away from her account, whatever. But sometime I had a situation where I had to talk to somebody. I was seeing a girl. We went out. We dated. This was in New York. And a girl who I dated later frequented the bar where she worked. And she told the girl who was headed to my show, she was like, be careful. One of the hosts is a womanizer. I'm like, what womanizer pay for dates? Mm-hmm. That ain't womanizer. I just wasn't interested in you anymore. So that got back to me, and I had to confront her like, you know what that means in that context. Mm-hmm. Right. In 2019. Right. You say you purposely say a dude is a womanizer just to evoke that cancelish.
Yeah, well, those type of women I think are the biggest fucking idiots on planet. I don't like.
It's hard to get with white women though. For a lot of black comedians,
they say one of the things they say is
not me.
He's emotionally abusive.
Anything.
And I mean, don't get me wrong, emotional abuse is a real thing, but it's just like I don't understand when accountability comes into play. That's what I'm saying.
At a certain point, you gotta put on your panties and get the fuck out.
It's a mob rule.
I'll tell you this.
Mob rule.
When I first started Jokes and Notes, predominantly black club, we had first started. Sexual assault thrown at me right out the gate.
Of course.
Standing outside, hanging out with all the niggas. One of them was like, damn, Brandi cute as fuck. I fuck.
Within earshot,
this
right?
was dead ass. I had only been going there for a month, and I had to shut that shit down right there. And I said,
What'd
listen.
you do?
I said, and here's the thing.
A lot of women don't know what to do.
It's another comedian
that go there.
No, I'm not gonna say her name. I'm not gonna say her name. But it's another comedian that would go there and they would say things like that to her, and she would laugh it off. And I told him, I said, listen, I'm here. I tell jokes just like you. What you're not about to do is talk about my pussy. Yeah. And I was like, don't ever fucking disrespect me again. At the age of 25, said it in front of 8 niggas. He apologized and never said that shit again.
Right.
The other one, she kept doing that, and she's known as the comedian that like fucks for shows. You gotta set yourself apart. Mm-hmm. And if you down with that, then be down with it. Live your life, girl. But also don't be trying to cancel niggas for it.
Right. If I
agree. Right.
I do like the space, and this is one of the best things about New York. It was a space where it was like the anti-slut shaming thing. That was great.
Yeah.
If you like fucking, okay. Mm-hmm. Nobody should judge you or try to curb you from doing that. I like the freedom of that. I don't know. It's so weird because I don't know what dudes was slut shaming. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Angry man who don't get pussy.
It was that, and it was other women who was trying to say like, don't do this. Don't. It's like, nah, just Bible wrap it up. Be, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry about other people's numbers. Yo, what y'all think about Eddie Murphy coming back? Doing stand up, 70 million.
That's how much.
Y'all don't care? Why y'all just looking up in that? Like, y'all don't care about shit. Black women have so much to worry about that it's just like news of the day. You're like,
I just heard you say 70 million. That sent me off into space.
Wonder, y'all think Monique deserves more? Speak on it.
70 million.
She got 350,000 offered. I think I gotta be loyal, but come on, man.
Man, I wish I could be honest right now. I can't.
I get
can't. It. I think certain people got more than Monique that shouldn't have, but whatever.
Absolutely. But that's a Dana Carvey. Fuck that. I'll say it. He got 10 million. for Netflix, and that shit was trash.
And that's crazy because I don't even know who the fuck he is.
From Saturday Night Live, exactly.
Okay,
Saturday Night
I know
Live
his face.
in the 90s.
Didn't know he. Yep. Okay. Didn't
Dana
know he
Carvey,
did
I
stand
mean,
up.
she at least could have got a meal or something like that.
At least a meal.
It's
Anything under
like
a meal is disrespectful.
Eddie
A little
Murphy.
bit, yeah.
I just, I mean, I'm gonna watch, but I'm not
sure.
like.
Of course.
He's hosting Saturday Night Live. That's gonna be if he does it.
I just like really want him to win. I really want him to win. I do. Because it's just like this nigga ain't done stand up in like 25 years. And I know me, if I take a month off, I'd be like, what the fuck?
That'd be 3 days.
Oh, God damn, what do people want to hear?
I don't know how adamant I do want him to win. I really don't want him to lose.
Right.
I don't want him to be at the mercy of bloggers. These 23-year-olds, because I already see comics.
I feel like they
who
shouldn't.
Don't get it. Who don't get Eddie.
They shouldn't have put out the amount.
You know them press
They gonna do that.
Put out them amounts because that's really what heightens it.
We're gonna talk some more. We also got Black Jeopardy coming up.
Oh, is that a game we play on here?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited.
And we'll have
Jeopardy.
buzzers. So one person's gonna be A, one person's gonna be A, one person's gonna be yo. All right. So when you buzz in, you say A. And then the other person says, yo. We'll be right back on Classic Black Dude. We're covering a lot of stuff, man. These are the questions and the answers like black women be knowing, according to Amanda Seals.
Unless we don't know.
Unless we don't know. That's a lot of pressure, but they handling it well right here with Brandi Denise and Alisha Cowan right here on Classic Black Dude.
No, he was really funny. I think he genuinely got it from his stand-up because the nigga ain't been on nothing. And so...
All right, we back. we back after Brandi just said the nigga ain't been on nothing. I wish we could talk about exactly what she was referring to, but there's a lot of niggas out there who ain't been on nothing. So pick a name, and they'll fit right into our conversation. We haven't talked about the history. Who's some of your favorite black women of all time? Because we always do this with the male guests. We talk about Barack and George Washington Carver.
Let's go back and forth.
Of all time.
Okay. We'll do it like that. I'll do the topic, and you name a black woman that you think of as the best at that thing.
Oh, man. I wish I had time to research. Okay.
Right. Fashion icon.
For me, I like Lisa Bonet. I think she's great.
Bohemian.
I love the vibe.
See that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Like that.
Yeah.
Fashion icon.
Dorothy Dandridge.
Carmen.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like her a lot.
Actress Brandi.
Oh, I thought you were saying Brandi.
So I'm gonna say this.
I was like, oh.
I believe.
Actress Jada Pinkett. No. Who's your go-to in that area?
And I say this because I feel like I'm within her realm, and she's also the only black person to get all.
Yeah.
Oscar, Tony, and
the EGOT.
Whoopi Goldberg.
She's amazing.
I love her. She's who I.
She stayed relevant without being
She did her first
all,
woman show when I was born. I'm just like, she's the one who inspired me to do a one-woman show. I never thought about doing a solo show.
Damn. You did do one in Chicago, right?
I did. I ran it for 2 years on and off, and every time I did it, it was sold out. It was
What was the name of it?
I'm Not Crazy. I Just Love Hard.
That's funny.
It's my brand.
Goldberg shit.
It's a funny title.
Actress.
Actress. Are we talking about past?
Period. They could be unfamous. They could be the MVP at Hair Washington.
It could be one of the people on Southside.
It could be. Ooh.
Well, I am I like Zazie. Zazie Beats. Another boho-ish vibe.
You like that loose fitted clothing with the bra underneath style.
I do. I love it
too. I love
ankle bracelets.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. A comedian I know had a joke about I do like natural non-makeup. And he was like, he got a joke about so you just want one of God's home runs, right? Just one of those. I'm like, I like when they don't have to put on makeup. It's like, yeah, that's perfection. You like perfection is what you're saying? It's like, okay, I guess. Yes, I do.
That's
I like
funny.
roll out of bed cute.
I like that too, Clark.
Who's the coolest woman you have ever come across? Who's cool? Damn, I wish I had her cool. You know who I think?
Ooh.
From Ebony. The one who passed away. She was our boss.
Oh.
With the locks.
Fuck, what was her name?
I know it sounds fucked up for us not
We
to
don't
know right
even
now,
know.
but I don't remember.
Her.
But
She was dope. She was dope.
She was amazing.
Who have I?
Or Brandi, you can go.
I have a terrible short-term memory.
This is over your life, but okay.
I know, but I can't even remember.
I was born yesterday. This is hard.
She passed when I was younger, but I feel like my grandmother was like the epitome of like just fabulousness. Like she used to smoke the long cigarettes, and she was south side of Chicago and wear like the white fur coats and just her nickname was Bunny. Everybody loved her. She's just really like regal to me. And she was like a bad bitch who just like liked her cognac and her cigarettes and like, you know, I don't know, she was just like, everybody loved her. Like when people speak of her, they speak so highly. I remember like just little things. She was real. Like when I was younger, I used to stay at night with her. She used to tell me and my sister that like, she was like, whenever you go to sleep, you just sleep in your pajamas. You sleep in silk pajamas and you don't wear underwear because you want to let your peaches breathe at night. Like my grandma was just like, she was just like a real ass,
her name was Bunny.
Her name was Bunny.
I love that.
And
just
like when I see pictures of her, it's just like she was just like the life of the party. Like she reminds me of what was the black club she reminded me like the Cotton Club or something like
Jasmine
that.
guy. Was she light skinned too?
She was.
Of course she was. Yeah. Creole?
I don't know.
Where your people from?
Chicago?
Mine too.
Before you ask.
I don't know.
Chicago, Illinois.
When I say powerful woman, who do you think of? And it's the last thing. We got to get this Jeopardy in. We probably won't get that much in, but we'll get to that.
For me, just because as a child, I had an obsession with her because she was the only one in that type of power at the time was Oprah. Like I immediately, like growing up, I was just like, oh, she got her own show and the whites love her. Show. Everybody loves her.
Love. INDE.
Hey.
I'm gonna ask you, Brandi. Sexiest black woman besides your grandma. She did. So.
Oh my God. That's such a hard thing. Sexiest. Oh God. I don't even know. I don't know.
I think
Rihanna.
I was gonna say Rihanna, or I was gonna say Zoe.
You about to say fuck another Kravitz?
Yeah.
Another or her daddy.
I go with
we have to wipe that seat down.
Rihanna.
Riri is.
And you know who I just came up on, who I just like love her personality, her energy, and like she's super fucking cute. Doja Cat.
I don't know her.
She's really fucking sexy.
Mm-hmm.
I love Brittany Howard from the Alabama Shakes.
Okay.
That's just a little thing.
Nice.
Y'all should look
I don't think I don't know what she looks like.
We got 5 minutes. We got 5 minutes of Jeopardy we could play. We're going to go through this real quick. All right. You playing, Alisha, you playing for Boys and Girls Club of L.A.
Okay.
And I'm only doing like $10.
Great.
Brandi, you playing for like Legal Defense Fund of L.A.
Okay.
Right? So we got 5 categories: Los Angeles movies, music, science, Atlanta, and random. All right, they're all 5 categories per, 1 through 500. And Brandi, you go first. Los Angeles movies, music, science, Atlanta, random. We got 4 minutes.
Can I have movies for 200?
Movies for 200. All right. This is the college Omar Epps went to in at least 3 different movies.
I'm gonna guess Howard.
Wrong, and you're gonna lose money. Negative 200. Would you like to try?
Know. Morehouse.
No, he went to USC.
What the fuck?
Why would he go?
Yeah,
because he went to USC in Love and Basketball.
Did he?
Don't Be a Menace and In the Wood.
Well, he should have went to a HBCU.
He should have did a lot.
USC.
All right, you pick again, Brandi.
A random for 200.
200. That's her number.
200. All right. This show originated the phrase "Get the strap."
Power.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. I just saw 50 Cent said it. Oh, so good.
All right.
I'm zero.
Go again.
Hey.
Yep. Go again.
Random for 300.
Random for 300. All right. You got to fill in the blank. Fish don't fry in the kitchen. Blank don't burn on the grill. Fish don't fry in the kitchen. Blank don't burn on the grill. 3, 2.
Beans.
Yes, beans. 300. All right, keep going. We got time for 3 more, maybe.
Random for 500.
Random for 500. You're going after big money. Her hit song "Motivation" made Beyonce go, "Oh damn, let me get back in the studio."
Kelly.
No.
Would you like to Rowland for 500,
Yes!
please.
It's tied at 300.
That's my favorite sexy person. I love her.
I love her.
Tied at 300.
Actually.
Alisha, you got the board. We got time for 2 more. Let's go.
Random for 4.
Random for 4. This was the name of Disney's first black princess.
Hey, Cinderella.
Negative for you.
Tatiana.
Negative 100.
I don't fucking know.
It's Tiana, not Tatiana.
She went to FAMU too. I fucked
Tatiana.
up.
The cartoon?
The girl. The girl who played her.
Alisha. We got time for 2 more. Let's go.
What movies?
Movies for
300.
300. This is the popular taco spot Jody got cussed out at in Baby Boy.
Fuck.
Y'all, it was Lucy's. We ain't got time. We got time for 1 more.
I've never been to Lucy's.
Brandi, you got negative 100. You got to get this question.
What do I got?
You got 300.
How? Okay.
So, Brandi, you pick. You better pick
Los
the 500.
Angeles 500.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
I forgot
This
about
popular rap group consisting of Snoop Dogg, Warren G, and Nate Dogg recently had their biopic streamed on YouTube. What was the name of the group?
The Dog Pound.
That's another negative. Negative 600. All right. It's called the 213.
I would not have known that.
Well, Alisha won.
I got one question right.
She took the answer from me.
$10 to the Girls and Boys Club of LA.
Congratulations.
Brandi, you owe me $600. I want to thank y'all so much for joining us. Make sure, where can they follow y'all? Where can they follow you, Brandi?
I'm at LOL Brandi, Brandi Denise on Instagram.
Denise.
Denise.
And what you on Twitter?
I'm not on Twitter because I ain't want to get canceled.
Nice.
Smart.
Deleted it.
Smart. At Alisha with the good hair.
Okay.
At Alisha.
Thank you, Beyonce. ALISHA with the good hair.
Do you spell the?
Thank you so much for joining us, Ariana. You've been great. I'm at the Clark Jones. This is Classic Black Dude on everything at the THEE Clark Jones. This has been Classic Black Dude. Make sure you rate, review, and subscribe on all the streaming networks. Which has been great. Can't wait to post. Thank you.